With the bots on the block, we don't miss a trade. With Starseed, automate, your future's made. Stop loss, take profit, instant play. Set your goal and walk away. Automation Nation, code and creation. Everything you need in one workstation. Set it, sync it, let it fly. Automation Nation, Starseed's alive. Starseed's alive. Scale out smooth, let the profits climb. Sell it step by step, right on time. Auto exit hits when you leave the range. Locks and gains, no need to change. Automation Nation, code and creation. Everything you need in one workstation. Set it, sync it, let it fly. Automation Nation, Starseed's alive. Automation Nation. Automation Nation.
Hello, G-Seed, GICM, GMET. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'm back. I'm Batman. I'm joined here with Razor. We're doing another episode of In the Trenches. And if you weren't here for the last one, this is basically where we're directly doing trading live on Starseed, on Meteora, on wherever. And we're just hopefully going to catch a runner today and make some juicy fees.
We're betting the farm on this one, folks.
Yes, we are. And you know what? We may have something exciting in plan for all the fees that we've generated so far. So stay tuned to the end of the stream to see what we're going to do.
I hope it's a good trading day. There's been a couple of good launches in the last 24 hours. We've been tracking one that will put on the stream shortly, but over the course of the next hour or so, we don't know how long we're going to stay on. As long as there's fees to be made and plays to be had, we'll keep streaming. But if you see anything in the trenches that you want us to take a look at and potentially throw some cash into, let us know and we can take a look and pop it up on stream.
Yes, definitely. Today's actually been a good day for runners. You'll see shortly on stream, but Avicii has been a good one. There's been another Draper TV I saw come up on my feed and on my screener. So far, pretty good weekend, I'd say.
Yes, sir. Well, should we pull it up? I think I got my stage here. I got my dashboard up. I think maybe one thing we should explain at the onset, if you didn't tune into our stream yesterday, is Starseed had a major new update and we're in closed beta testing for Starseed Automate. The Starseed Automate, this is our suite of tools for automated DLMM management. This is something we've been working on for months and months and months because we think it's going to be the next big wave of there's a lot that goes into trading and doing LPs, and we're trying to reduce a lot of the complexity of that because it's kind of difficult to wrap your head around. And if you have to actively monitor all your positions, deal with the emotional turmoil of charts spiking, dropping, it's just much easier to be able to use some nice tech.
Yeah, so it makes it easier to sleep at night, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a closed beta. We're doing beta testing right now, and so we encourage any of our beta testers to maybe not sleep on positions because we're testing. But I mean, I've definitely left positions overnight and let them get closed overnight by the Automate bots.
Yeah, no, for
So
sure. This actually solves, I think, a huge pain point when it comes to creating bots and automation in general. Because at least for me, in the beginning, I am very much privy to a lot of botting. I've done NFT botting. I've done pre-sale sniping back on BSC. And the thing that always gets me, and I think that makes it very hard for normies to come on board to automation, is the fact that you sometimes have to download software, you have to buy and rent RPCs, which then introduces the question, like, what is the best, right? There's so many RPC offerings out there. And some are really expensive. And then you also have to do things with like a command line interface, and it almost feels like you have to have a computer science degree to do all this elite hacksaw level stuff. But we simplify that process completely, right, with our pod system, which gives you your own mini server, so you don't have to deal with RPCs, you don't have to deal with all that complexity. We've really simplified the process to just clicking a few buttons. So you don't even have to really have an in-depth knowledge of Meteora. You don't have to have an in-depth knowledge of botting and setting up servers. We handle a lot of that for you. So we've tried to make it as degen friendly for people that have no knowledge on a lot of things. And it's really as simple as clicking a few buttons, as you will see on stream today.
for example, with this automation tech, we built in already 3 automated trading strategies that you can use right now once you get access to the beta. So, for example, if you are a big launch coin holder, if you're a big now Believe token holder, because they did the conversion from launch coin to Believe, and you want to generate some fees on your bag, you want to eventually scale out your position. We have a wonderful tool here where you can effectively scale out your tokens. What that means is that you can put your Believe tokens into a DLMM position and have that set with a far range, and then you can do something as simple and easy as setting a auto exit bot on that. So right here, for example, I have a bot running on this Believe coin, on this Believe position that we have. We decided to buy the dip here at the Starseed team, and we're hoping to grow our treasury a bit and generate some good LP fees by putting it in a DLMM. So we put in the position through Starseed, and you can simply and easily, in just a few clicks, create a bot by clicking on the lightning bolt, selecting the strategy you want to use, and decide if you go up or out of range, Starseed can automatically close your position. And then you can just set it, forget it. Once you go out of range, you'll make your profits. And you can do this on any token that has a DLMM pool. I won't make
Yep.
that position now because I already have one open. Actually, I might take some of the bots off so we have a bit more.
Yeah, actually. Since everything is kind of at the lower end of the range, it's totally fine, I think, right? Especially with auto exit.
Yep. And throughout this beta test right now, all of our beta testers have access to 3 bots because we want you to test and stress the system so we can see if there's any improvements we need to make on our infrastructure. So right now we've got a couple of positions open, but we're waiting for some new price action. So I'm going to close out the bots, and something that's nice with any of the positions you have a bot open, you can with any of the positions you have open, you can set the bot to close, and you can decide if you want to close that DLMM. You can decide if you want to zap out your entire position and convert everything to Sol, which is super handy if there's a lot of sell-offs occurring and you want to protect your liquidity. Starseed Zap Out can switch everything to Sol to protect your portfolio very fast.
Yeah, and in fact, I think it did protect us quite a bit yesterday because we had a stop loss trigger on, I think, what was it, gold coin?
Oh, we were playing a couple of
Yeah,
coins, Gold Coin, Fap
yeah.
Coin, Gold Coin. Actually, I was looking at this morning, and if we kept that open, we would have actually been in the profit.
Oh boy. But either way, we had to test our stop loss, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, we test our stop loss technology for sure. But yeah, no, I guess we can go back to those positions and start an auto exit, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we were looking at this Avicii token,
Hmm.
and Batman, you want to explain a little bit of the lore behind what's going on with this one that launched this morning?
Yeah, so this is a token that did the raise on MetaDAO, which is something I think being pushed by Solana itself, and it's just a launch pad of sorts to do raises. And Avicii is some sort of neobank or banking type play, so they'll have a credit card and everything like that. And it's blockchain banking essentially. Uh, I think I have to read into it some more, but I saw some interesting stuff about how their card works. There is somewhat of a steep fee. I think it's a $70 fee to get the card. But then uh, it seems like there are zero swap fees, or it's like gasless swaps when you do use the card, which I thought seemed interesting. Um, but either way, I think over just the narrative, I was more interested in just the overall price action when it comes to stuff like this, especially if you're DLMMing or LPing. Sometimes price action is greater than the narrative. Um, so I actually opened up I think it was a minus 24, minus 25% minimum price spot DLMM that was soul sided on this right now. And I wanted to kind of have that run for maybe a couple days if possible. But of course, I'm putting a take profit stop loss on it. So that may trigger prematurely whenever those targets get hit. But either way, I feel like this could be a potential multi-day runner, just based on the whole banking or neobank narrative that's kind of being pushed right now in the space.
Yeah, and we're going to play Avicii 2 live here on stream. Something that's great with the Starseed Automate tech is that you can use or you can open positions on any platform and then go to Starseed to use an Automate bot. So you can open your positions on Starseed, but you can also open a position on Meteora and then go to Starseed to automate your position.
Yeah, so
So
let's
we're
actually showcase that, right?
yeah. So right now we are in this well, Batman went into this 20 bin step 0.2% fee pool. It hasn't been the best performing pool, but some strategy that we're thinking about is how can we get more of the volume that this token is experiencing to go through our pools so that we generate those fees and make that money. So we've synced up this 20 bin step 0.2% fee pool, which should be the lowest cost pool for any token swaps to go through. So we'll put our liquidity in here, and then we will monitor it and see if we can catch some fees. So if you use any other tech or platforms like Meteora to open your DLMM positions, we're going to show you how to do that, and then go over to Starseed to open your automation position. So I think I'm just going to follow what Batman was saying earlier and open a minus 24% DLMM pool with 3 Sol in our Starseed trading wallet.
Yeah, I think that should take us down to about let's see.
It's about 51 cents, 52 cents.
So that's about a like $6.5 million market cap, almost 6.7. So I think that should be a decent range on something like this.
Yep. Pool is synced up. I'm only paying for refundable fees.
Yeah.
Liquidity is being injected into the pool.
Oh, you might have to retry that one. Or
Oh,
did it
wait,
go in?
no.
Oh no, it
It
went in.
went
Okay,
in. Yep, it went in.
perfect. Yeah. I swear, sometimes those Jito bundles and Jito swaps are kind of finicky. You might get an error like that, but next thing you know, the position actually did open.
Yeah. So
um,
we opened the position on Meteora. We can go back to Starseed, and once you hook up your wallet to Starseed on the dashboard, you can see your position pops up pretty quickly. the first time you go to the automate page, you're going to be prompted to create an automation wallet. And that's a separate wallet that you'll be able to access through the Starseed Automate platform. You can export the private key of that wallet to import into Phantom, into Jupiter Wallet, your whatever platform you prefer to use. But yeah, you'll be prompted to create a Starseed wallet. And then the next step in this process, if you want to open an Automate bot on the position you just opened through Meteora, is you can import your personal wallet by using this import key at the bottom of the Automate page. You can put your import key in there. We're following industry standard security protocols, so your wallets and your assets will be safe. But once you import your wallet, you can see that our Avicii position is here under open positions. And now you can decide to choose what type of automation strategy you'd like to follow.
Yeah. So for this one, I think what do we want to do? A stop loss take profit, perhaps?
I think that's the way to go, because what we're hoping is going to happen is that we will range in that 24% range for a while, in that 24% price deviated position. We'll generate fees, and then at some point we'll hit a price target, so we can take profit and then have Starseed close the position and celebrate our win, go to McDonald's, get a coffee.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right. So for the stop loss take profit percent, what are we thinking here?
Well, let's see. Do we want to put a stop loss on this?
On this one, I feel like we can be a bit more lax with that stop loss. So typically, the mantra that I follow, at least, is that the lower the market cap, the newer the launch. I tend to go with the tighter stop loss, so that's a lower number here. But I think, from a narrative standpoint, and just it being a meta DAO raise, and those typically hold up fairly well from what I've seen with the other launches that came out. I think we could be lax here and do something like a 20 or 30%.
Okay, I'm going to put in 30.
Yep.
And what take profit do you have on your position?
I was thinking about doing a 30% take profit. I'm kind of hoping that it falls back in range and just kind of stays there for a day or two and just accumulates fees. But since this is our treasury wallet, maybe doing something a bit more conservative, like in the 10 to 15 range, might be better.
It'd also be really cool if we could see the bot in action on stream.
Yes, yes, it would. The thing is, though, the volume on this is kind of low right now.
Yeah.
So I fear that even if we did something small, like a 5%, it would take a while to reach that. But yeah, I guess we could just do 5 just in case.
All right, 5%. And then once that position closes, I want to convert everything to SOL to lock in the win. Create the bot. For our beta test, for all our beta testers, we are charging a reduced 0.004 SOL fee. That just helps covers, bot infrastructure and maintenance costs. We'll open the position, and once I refresh the page, we should see we've got a bot active. Bam. It
Nice.
went instantly.
Perfecto. And I guess we should go over that little active bot screen real quick. Yeah, so here you'll just see the name of the pool, of course, the position address, how long you've had it open for. You'll see the strategy that you used. And the cool thing about this is we see the config, right? It's a 5% take profit, 30% stop loss. The thing is, if you see that you're gaining a lot of fees, it's ranging well, maybe you'll change your thesis, right? Maybe you want to set the take profit a bit higher now, so that it ranges more, and you can accumulate more fees on that position. You just have to click this little edit icon here. and you'll be able to edit the take profit goal. So here we can increase it like to 10% perhaps. Like it's ranging really well. You're getting juicy fees. You don't want it to close. You can do this easily. And if you update the config, it'll just restart the bot. And of course, when you do this thing, when you're editing the config, it doesn't cost an extra creation fee. Do we want to edit it at all? Or are we good with the 5%?
Oh, I mean, let's make it 10%, I think.
Yeah.
So that will restart the bot. The bot is restarting. Refresh the page. New bot is open with the new config.
Yeah, nice. And then we can also take a look at the logs.
Yeah. Right now, we only have this change configuration on the stop loss take profit option. Eventually, we will add it to our auto exit strategy and potentially our scale out strategy, so that you only have to pay once to adjust your strategy on any active bot. Let's look at the logs. So on the logs page, what's cool is that you are able to look at what the bot is thinking and doing and monitoring in real time. You can see that we have the information about the configuration detailed here in the logs. So you can see we're doing a stop loss take profit strategy, our specific DLMM position ID, the wallet we're using, and the levels we've set for stop loss and take profit. So now Starseed Automate is monitoring the position, and you can see here what our stop losses and take profit levels are going to be. So here you can see what the current valuation of the position is and our current where we are in terms of P&L, and you can see what the stop loss and take profits levels will be. So if the value of this position ever dips to $391, Automate will close the position and convert everything to SOL. Likewise, once the value of the position goes up 10% to $615, we'll take profit and sell everything.
Yeah, so stuff like this makes it really easy to step away from watching these positions, I think. But of course, like Razor said earlier, during the closed beta, of course, you may not want to step away 100% just in case.
Yeah, you can go to the kitchen and get yourself a tasty beverage, maybe enjoy a little bit of carbonated chaos, and then come back and see how everything's going. What's
Oh,
fun with
yes.
this? What's fun with this too is you're kind of watching what the bot is doing, when if you were doing a manual position, you'd be doing all this thinking. So much easier this way.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I like to think that the bot kind of saves me from myself because here you've got actual stops in place. Whereas if you're just going off of mental stops, sometimes you like to think, you know what? Maybe it will work out. And sometimes, and more often than not, when you're playing the really risky stuff, it does not work out. So,
Yeah.
like having an actual stop loss would definitely save the portfolio.
Well, and if I'm being perfectly honest, when I'm DLMMing, I don't usually set a mental stop loss or take profit. I wait
I
for my
feel that.
positions to go in and out of range. But here, if you're being a very smart trader, you would be setting those mental take profit levels so that you don't get too greedy. And by using Starseed Automate's bots and using that take profit tool, you can have your strategy and stay convicted in your strategy and enjoy the profits, and don't experience what happens when you get too greedy and then the snake bites you.
Yep. I think the one thing that we should also touch upon, especially if you're about to automate our belief position, um, is that all of this stuff here is fantastic if you're into yield farming, right? Um,
Absolutely.
because I think typically when you say yield farming, people think like staking Sol or USDC or some token on something like Jupeland, which I think is perfectly fine, right? I'm not going to knock that. But you can also think of this LPing as yield farming, like on our belief Sol position here, right? I think we've been farming a daily yield almost, at least when it's in range, right? Let me preface this by saying, like, you yield farm these things when it's in range and there's volume. That being said, for something like Believe Soul, I think our yield farm is around a 3 to 7% at times, depending on volume. And that's a
Yeah.
daily ROI, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
And
I'll pull up some P&L cards actually in a moment.
okay, yeah, that'd be actually a fantastic way to showcase that. Just because we've been doing that a lot with Launchcoin to really test things out, and the yield on these things is absolutely phenomenal. So much so that I think it beats stuff like your typical Sol and USDC yields. But of course, like yeah, there is more risk here, but we kind of try to mitigate that a bit with using stuff like Automate. Um, but yeah, do you have a P&L card right now?
I'm gonna generate some with Starseed.
Oh, nice.
I think I've got the right addresses here. So yeah, on my personal wallets, I've been aggressively farming Launchcoin over the last 2 months, and we've started doing that with some of our Starseed Treasury hot wallet that we use during these live streams. So for a while, and this is right before about a week ago. We opened this position about a week ago before there was that huge market crash over cons- uh, raised contention between the United States and China over tariffs and trading and heavy earth metals. And our positions, we farmed the entire next 5, 6 days and generated over $2,000 in fees. So this was a very successful yield farming situation.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And I think the cool thing to see on here is that if you look at the deposits and withdrawals, because of that drop, right? There was some IL to Sol. However, the yield on the token itself overcame that.
Yep. And what we did is we took all of these fees, opened it into a Starseed scale out position to sell off all those fees the next time Launchcoin would pump up. And we generated an extra 16% profit on the DLMM fees that we already earned from the previous position. So we took money that we were making and we made more money with that using Starseed Automate. And honestly, Automate really came in clutch specifically on this position where we were selling off fees because I was sleeping. It was 6 o'clock in the morning and Launchcoin started pumping and Starseed scaled me out, closed the position, and got us the win. A few hours later is when Pasternak announced the conversion to convert for folks to convert their Launchcoin into Believe token. And right away there was a huge price spike up and then it dipped about 25%, the chart. We weren't holding when that chart began to dump because Starseed got us out once we hit our target of going out of range.
Yeah, I mean that just goes to show how much we trust our platform and this automation technologies. We're using the treasury on it to grow it. And it's been working beautifully, I think. But if we can go to the P&L cards, there's something cool here. So to go back to the whole yield farming thing, so this is like 16.5% over just 4 days, which I think is pretty wild, right? That's over 4% ROI a day.
Yes, sir.
Um, so if you're really into this yield farming stuff and you have a token that you believe in, like Believe or Launchcoin, um, you could purchase those tokens, throw it into an auto exit, and get yield on that, and potentially and probably beat out stuff like just straight up staking Sol. So this is a great way to make your tokens work for you in a lot of ways. And we make it simple to do that.
Yeah, we do. So let's check in on that Avicii position. You can
Yeah.
see here there's multiple ways you can monitor your DLMM positions through Starseed. On the automate page, we have the open positions panel, and it looks like we're about midway through the range, which is good because that means we're generating fees. And then you can also go to the dashboard to also monitor your position, see just how much you are in profit or loss, and then also pull up the chart. Yeah, so we were just yapping about how excited we are about auto exit, but I guess it looks like we got kind of close to the bottom of our range, and now we're coming back up. So far, so good. Hopefully, we range here for a bit.
Yeah, I think
Ideally,
market more or less sees fair value here, right? According to the volume profile, at least.
yeah. Yeah, no, it was respected the point of control. Well, it went through the point of control, but
Yeah.
it bounced up where volume was concentrating here. So hopefully we just go back up to the top of the range, and we'll probably be at like a 3 or 4% profit at that point.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I am getting juicy fees on my own position right now, so I am I am happy with this dump.
If you want to pop that up at any point to brag about how awesome of a trader you are more than welcome to steal the screen from me.
Oh yes, yes. I just might. Just might.
So
Uh,
we've got a question a few minutes ago from one of our loyal Starseed Discord community members, Angie. Yo, Bat, I was trying to open a pool the other day. I got confused on how to set the max price for ranges like we used to on Meteora. There's only the minimum price deviation on Starseed. So should we talk about how to open positions on Starseed?
yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Let's see. Is there any good? Well, what we could do is we could claim the fees and
On
use
this, yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Use
yeah,
that
let's
to
go
open the
ahead.
position. Okay.
So typically what we would do when we are claiming fees like this is we do a scale out, but to demonstrate the answer for Angie, I guess we can just open it through our DLMM pools widget on the automate tab, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to claim the fees we've accumulated so far on Avicii. That's some
And you
good
know what?
money.
Oh yeah, that's from really good money. We can actually kill two birds with one stone. So yes, this is Avicii, but with Met on the horizon, this is essentially a similar method you could use to scale out your Met tokens after you claim it after TGE on the 23rd.
Yep. So you'll be able the Meteora is having their liquidity generating event, LGE, or a token generating event on October 23rd. You'll be able to claim all of your MET tokens from Meteora. And then if you want to DLMM them, put them into a scale out position, you can very easily do that straight through Starseed. So I'm going to go to the automation page. Into the token holdings widget, you can see we have our Avicii tokens here. You could go through the option of scaling them out, which would have Starseed select the highest performing DLMM pool. You can select how quickly you want to scale out your position. Do you want to basically sell them as fast as possible, or do you want to yield farm a bit and get more out of your tokens? And you could easily create the bot to scale out your position without losing to slippage fees, without nuking the chart, and while making your tokens generate more yield. To answer Angie's question, we're going to take the contract address for Avicii, go into the DLMM pools panel here or widget on the dashboard, find a pool. We're in the 20 bin step 0.2% pool right now, so we'll select that. And then you can pick out what tokens you want to inject into the pool. So we'll do a Vici. We'll select all our tokens. And then here's where you pick the price range. So max price deviation, when you're doing a token-sided position, max price deviation means what percentage do you want the position to go up before you're out of range? On Meteora, it's the same thing as the max price here. So I've gone token-sided, and Meteora automatically puts forward a 14% range here. If you wanted to mimic this on Starseed, you'd put in 12%, 4%, whatever you want. And that's how you open the position. There isn't a min price deviation here because Starseed is going to open your position at the current price. So you don't need to put in a -% because you're not going to have any liquidity below the current price. So by only showing max price deviation here, Starseed helps kind of reduce the complexity of that a little bit. So we're going to scale out our fees with a...
Yeah, we could do a bid ask, right? 4% from here to go back to the high before it dumped is about a 9% increase.
Yep.
So yeah, let's do like a 4 or 5%. I think that's good.
Okay, we'll create the position. We hit that create position button, and you didn't need to sign any wallet transactions because Starseed Automate is primed to go. So we'll wait for the position to show up on the Automate page. And then we can probably show what setting an auto exit position looks like.
Yeah, no, that would sound good. But essentially what we just did with the Vici is what you can do with any token, including MET, this next week. That's what I plan to do anyway.
All right, here's our Vici position. We've got maybe 10 bins or so. And to set an auto exit position on a Vici, on MET, any token you want to close the position on automatically once you go out of range is hit the lightning bolt, select auto exit. In this case, we're trying to sell our tokens through a DLMM. So I'm going to deselect exit on the lower range and keep all the other settings the same so that everything goes back to Sol once I'm out of range. Hit the create auto exit bot, pay the fee, and the bot should open up pretty quickly. That is instant.
Very nice. And we should also mention that for anyone that's doing the closed beta with us right now, we are not taking any percent of your DLMM fees earned. So right now, the only fee you're paying right now is the fee that you pay when you're creating these bots, which is 0.004 Sol. So perfect time to test out the platform is right now. So if you're interested, let us know.
Yep, let us know. You can message us on our Discord, or you can reach out to us individually, and we can get you added to the closed beta test.
Yes, sir.
Well, as luck would have it, we yapped too long, and now it looks like the chart is dipping a little bit. But hopefully we get to see that auto exit in action soon.
It's all part of the plan. Oh, we're still getting some juicy fees. Nice. Do we want to put an auto exit on our believe position too?
We could. I think we're fairly low in the range right now. And we've only got 3 bots, so we could probably watch the market and see if there's anything else we can
nice
play.
pops up. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh geez.
So this looks like it's a derivative of the gold coin that was popping off yesterday, and it looks like it rugged.
It did indeed.
So I don't think we need to tempt fate with that one.
No, no, we do not. Honestly, like in this market, I feel like I like playing stuff like ICM tokens or Avicii. It just feels safer to me to get that more conservative yield, but still great yield if you're hitting that, like the 2, 3, 4, 5% mark per day.
I mean, it's good if you can get the fees and stay net positive for the day,
Yeah.
especially if you're playing low cap tokens that like don't crash to zero and rug. You get those fees and you'll get those met points, which will qualify you for future airdrops.
Yeah, which they are currently doing with season 2. So I mean, this is the perfect time to get into Meteor if you didn't really make use of it in season 1.
The best time to DLMM was yesterday. The second best time is right here, right now on Starseed.
Yeah. And we make it really easy with the automate stuff. The scale out stuff, man. The scale out stuff it has me hyped. It has me really hyped because you don't really have to understand anything about Meteora to use it. You really just set it and forget it. You know what? Should we just claim a small amount of Avicii right here and then just use scale out real quick
Sure, let's do that right now.
so we can demonstrate that. So this is something that you could also do with your Met tokens if you didn't want to go through the whole DLMM pools, just because it might be too complex or something like that. Especially for people that are on Jupiter, right? If they're getting that Jupe airdrop for just staking, or sorry, the Met airdrop for just staking Jupiter. Some of those guys might not be privy to using Meteora. And this is the perfect tool to essentially onboard them onto Meteora and have them scale out their tokens in a DLMM. And we'll show you in just a bit how easy it is. Cool.
So here's how you scale out tokens on Starseed Automate. You go to starseed.dev, find the Automate page, have your wallet connected with your MET tokens or Avicii tokens. You can scroll down to the bottom of the page and make sure you have your wallet on. Find the tokens you want to scale out and then select the scale icon in the token holdings panel. That will pop up the scale out window, which automatically helps you find the best pool to scale out your tokens. You can select what strategy you want to use. If you want to exit your tokens as quickly as possible, sell them as quickly as possible through a DLMM, you'd select the fast option. Or if you expect the price of your tokens to appreciate over time, you'd select the slow and steady option to give yourself a 10% range on the position. Or somewhere in the middle, maybe the middle is just right. We'll select medium and you can decide how much of your allocation you want to put into the DLMM. For Avicii, we'll put in 100% and then create the bot so Starseed automatically opens your position. You'll pay a small bot creation fee, and then Starseed will proceed to open the DLMM and to put a scale out bot on it. The next thing you can do is once the bot is created, make sure you have all of the settings set properly in the active bots panel. And you'll see that our third position is being created right here.
Yep. That unknown pool is a Meteora API issue still. But eventually you'll get the pool name there. Any second now. Oh, there we go. Some of the stuff is popping up.
No, that's a different tab. Okay, there we
Yeah, there we
go.
go.
And there we have the new Avicii Soul Pool set to scale out. Now all you have to do is monitor the charts from the dashboard or not. And then once your token scales out into the end of the 5% that we selected, hopefully someday, Starseed Automate will close your position and convert everything to Soul.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, no, with this drop right now, we should be getting some good fees, I think.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
another
baby.
$4.
Very nice. Well, that might be the coffee if you claim it. But yeah, no, we can let that run for a bit, I think. And hopefully we just kind of range around here for the rest of the day. Um, we should probably we're going to make this announcement later again, and we did announce this yesterday, but we did get accepted into the DigitalOcean Hatch program, which is their program for startups, and we received a grant from DigitalOcean in order to really upgrade our servers and take things to the next level. So we will be pushing out a very sizable update to our servers later today. So anyone that's watching right now that has a bot running, you might have to do a restart. And of course, we're going to make an announcement regarding this later today, but you will have to restart your bots in order to make use of our newer servers. It should be a very fast migration, though, I think. But it is very exciting to get that grant.
Well, being able to strengthen our infrastructure is always a net benefit.
Oh, yes, yes, for sure. Uh, I'm not totally sure what the narrative here was with Draper TV, but my God, that really did run.
Yeah, that would have been a great one to hit at the start of the day. Maybe we need to start these streams a few hours earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Or we just have to have a 24-hour stream, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
streamathon. Let us know if you'd like to see us stream for 24 hours straight.
Yep. Every dollar we earn in DLMM fees is an extra hour that we stay on. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, did Met launch? Is that the real Met?
Is that the real Met? Whoa.
Oh my God. No, we're obviously joking if anyone sees this. I hope.
Yeah, I hope Soju didn't accidentally roll over and click the launch now
Yeah.
button.
Oh my God, he pushed the button now. We're probably going to see a lot of those types of tokens this next week.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Avicii. Oh, what was that useless candle right there?
Yeah, Useless
Jeez.
had a big candle just a little bit ago. But if you zoom out a bit over the last day, it seems to be not doing well. I don't know. That'd be a pretty decent range actually to hit. If you did it, if you ever wanted a multi-day Useless, but you'd have to do pretty wide capture 200 million and $200 million range.
This is probably a good like bid ask candidate, you'd say, or what would you do if you were to play this right now?
I think I have to think like, what is my goal? Do I think that Useless is going to appreciate to? Oh, that's at about not that far away. Is it going to go back to its all-time high, which looks like it went to earlier last week?
Yeah.
So if you wanted to casually capture some fees to accumulate a bag like I've been doing with Believe, maybe I'd set a bid ask down to conservatively 140, a little more risky 200. Maybe do a partial bid ask position, partial spot position, and then see if I can get some fees before we have another run up to 400 plus million.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's kind
actually quite an enticing play, honestly, to do that.
Yeah, there's some risk involved because you can see that there's some significant drops and pumps and dumps.
Hmm.
So you would have to probably want to do a slightly wider position to avoid getting caught out of range and experiencing impermanent loss.
Hmm.
But I don't know what the narrative right now is on bonk and useless.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really paid attention to a lot of bonk tokens. I feel like most of my feed and most of my port right now are ICM focused, and less meme. But I feel like bonk is still their flagship token. So as long as that's true, it probably still has legs, which is why I probably also hit an all-time high recently.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think if I were to play this, I'd probably emulate whatever you just said
Right.
with the wide bid ask.
Yeah. I think it'd be tempting to open a position here on stream, but right now we've only got a few SOL in this wallet, so I don't know if we'll get like the nice ROI
Yeah, just doing that.
by doing a wide position like this.
No, we actually have a lot of positions open for our treasury account, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be the most conservative of that would be like a minus 50%.
Hmm.
And whereas like I've been playing Believe because it seems I should find launch coin quick, but launch coin has been largely able to handle about 25% dips at whenever there's a global crisis or um, and announcements, etc. Which means like you stay in that 25% range and you generate a lot of fees. I don't know if I have done I haven't done the same level of analysis on something like useless where there's it dumped from 375 mil down to just about 200 mil, which is a 40% drop, which
Hmm.
that's something I'd be eager to stomach.
Yeah, I mean, this overall market, it's hard to stomach these drops right now. Because even Soul, man, Soul is hurting. Soul is hurting big time.
Yeah.
I'm hoping something happens this next week, especially with Met coming on. Like, I don't want Soul to keep nuking. Like, I would hope for it to pump back up. I want a bullish market for Met.
Yeah, I mean, we had that run down to about 175, and I mean, I was thankful that I had my limit order set on doing a long, but
Yeah.
we've been consolidating, I guess, for a couple days here, so hopefully we get back over 200 before Met TGE.
Yeah. I was really hopeful in the beginning when, Soul was at 230. It feels like it was just like what, yesterday, but it was, I think, a few weeks ago now where we were that high. I was thinking that's where it met with TGE. I thought everything was fantastic. And then, of course, the China news dropped. And so did everything else. But where there are drops, there's opportunity, right?
Yes, sir. Let's see. There's a couple silver coins. I don't know if they're all going to be scams. I'm probably just going to stay away from them. I don't love playing derivative tokens too much. But I thought I saw something interesting on the scanner. I can't find it now.
Do you remember the token name? Or was it silver related?
It wasn't silver. Oh, it was gold coin.
Oh, God, gold coin. No way. It's 2.32.
No, it was doing good. So like yesterday when we were on stream, see our little lines over here. We were opening positions at like 2.5 mil,
Mm-hmm.
and it well, it pumped all the way up to 4.8 mil, 4.9.
Wow, nice.
So here, something you could do is open a wide bid ask maybe to 750K just to like collect some fees in case it dumps, and
Mm-hmm.
probably sell on the bounce. You could set, I think, like the strategy there would be to open a bid ask as far down as you think it'll go, then set a take profit bot to close on like a 10% gain or something, so that in case it bounces and then dips back down, you'll have automatically closed your position to lock in a win at about a 10% gain or something.
Yeah. Or, if you're interested, like a lot of people do that bid ask flip, right? Where
Oh
they'll
yeah.
open a bid ask right now, down to what, like 60, 80% sometimes. But here you could do auto exit and have it exit on the lower end of the range. And then once it does that, you open it up and do a bid ask to the upper end and do an auto exit for the top end of your range. And then you effectively just automated a bid ask flip.
And that's where the real money's made. You can
Yep.
time those things. We're doing that. We're doing that right now with our active believe position. So after the price of launch coin dipped from 100 million to 75 million, we got toward the bottom of our range. We set an auto exit to close that position at once we were out of range, and then we opened this new position here to take us all the way back up, so that we could effectively grow the size of our portfolio by, I mean, I bet it'll be 30% at least by the time we get up and out of range. We've already got $275 in unclaimed fees here. So and that's on the lower end of our bid ask. So I can't wait until we get some bullish news coming out of Believe and we start to get into the upper end of the range and really start generating fees.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that, especially, come the 29th, right? When the flywheel should go into effect. I feel like these believe positions will do very well.
Yeah, so I mean, we're set up for another good week of trading, I think, between Met TGE and Believe. It's October, baby. October.
Uptober. I hope, man. Met is gonna save us with that liquidity generation event. What are some of the top pools right now? 9. Oh my god, this token still. I remember this one from earlier this year, or
Dude,
like, a couple months
I,
ago,
s-
like, damn.
I still have levels set in here.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
Wait, were
man,
you actually playing that range back in the
I
day?
I don't know if I was probably not playing this range, but
Jeez, that is
yeah.
wild. Oh my god. That's a trip down memory lane. That's a trip down fee generation lane.
Yeah. I mean, I bet I was okay. So I bet what was happening is we launched and I was playing some position up here at 5 mil,
Mhm.
closed out, then like a day later, like started playing this lower range between 2 and 1.5 mil.
Yeah,
I don't think I made a
jeez.
whole lot of money on that, but yeah, wow, that's quite a return.
Yeah, for real, jeez. I'm most curious to see, like, what causes these tokens that are presumably dead to just start going up again. Is it like a cabal that's taken over? Because some of these are just the volume just comes in so randomly, right? It's just
Yeah.
like a huge volume spike, and it's like, "What's going on here?"
I mean, if you wanted to do a multi-month position,
This was it.
this was it. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most iconic internet memes. So if you had a little bit of capital you wanted to throw at this, I would do a really wide bid ask on this.
Yeah, like a minus
Um,
80%, right?
yeah. But I don't know. It just takes the meme to resurface a little bit, and you could suddenly find yourself in profits.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be pretty easy to, I don't know, set up a automation bot to be able to handle that too. You could open the position now minus 80% on this token, go to automate, and it'd be the same thing we were just talking about, where you could set a take profit bot so that at some point, if you were plus 30% because it dumped into your range and it's gone back up, set a take profit bot on and you would close, make some money.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would actually be an interesting play on a lot of tokens, now that I think about it.
Yep.
Like tokens that I normally wouldn't play. Like I normally wouldn't play this 9, to be totally honest with you, but with something like automation and the strategy you just outlined, it does make it a bit enticing to just throw a little bit in there, you know? Like for a potential moon bag.
Yeah. And I think like with automation, it's a bit easier to passively manage the position, because
Mhm.
before, even if I did buy a small bag like that, I'd still be looking at the charts so frequently, because you'd have to, at some point you have to manually make your decision about what you're going to do. But if you set your automated strategy, you can set it and forget it. And I think like once we fully release and have a subscription option to where you can have 10 bots active at any given point, if you got the funds to do those types of bid ask plays, it's easier to set a position like that, forget it, and then hopefully days, weeks, months later, we made some profits.
Definitely. Well, if there's anything that you think might work like that, I guess we could test it out, right? With a very small amount, like maybe like zero 0.1, 0.2 Sol. Because I'd be interested to see the results of something like that.
Hmm. Might be better to do that on a token like Useless.
Oh, yeah, let's try it. Why not?
Let's see. So we could do maybe clear this. Maybe we go to the bottom of maybe around 200 mil.
Yeah, sure. I think that'd be a pretty cool play. So
Yeah.
we're capturing a 33% drop, right?
Right. Let's see what pools Starseed recommends.
So the 0.2. So if we want to do more than the normal amount of bins, right, we probably would have to open it on something like Meteora.
Yeah. So we'll open this quickly on Meteora.
So yeah, nice. And that is the same address, right? Yeah, perfect.
Yep, that's the right CA. You have to be careful when you're opening DLMM positions, because sometimes bad actors will create fake tokens and bad pools to steal your precious funds. So you have to confirm that the token that shows up in Meteora on Starseed matches the token you want to play. So let's do minus 30%. And let's do it as a bid ask. See what happens.
Nice.
Generally, a position this wide, you'd probably want to do it with more Sol, because if you were paying attention, you saw we paid a refundable 0.11 Solana fee. Oh, you have to pay basically a third of what we just put in or half of what we just put in to open that position.
It'll be funny if we get a like godlike fees on this position.
Yeah.
You're like, why didn't we do more?
Ooh, Avicii looks like it's doing pretty good though. I mean, we've accumulated a total of $11 in profit so far.
Oh wow, nice.
So I'm gonna take off one of the Avicii bots
Sure.
so that we can open that play on useless. Actually, we'll just wait a bit, I think, before setting the bot on that, since we don't have too many bot slots right now. How is Avicii doing?
Yeah, not bad. It's just been consolidating around that point of control, really. Like, yeah, volume not that great, but overall, it should be juicy by end of day, I feel.
Yep. Yeah, I bet we top up again soon.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
Well, great. We've got a lot of positions being managed on Starseed right now.
I mean, that just shows you how necessary a system like this is if you open up a crazy amount of positions. Like here, you can easily track everything here. Look at your overall P&L for all these positions as well, everything you've claimed, the unclaimed fees. Oh, we actually have a lot of unclaimed fees. That's juicy.
That's from the
Oh,
heavy
that's from the
lifting
blue.
being done by Believe, yeah.
Shout out to Pastor Neck. He's growing our pastor stack.
Pasternak mode engaged.
Yep. Nice. Oh, Uranus. What's it topped out at? 0.33? Oh, wow. Wait, can you switch to the market cap real quick? Well, interesting. You know, it's consolidating better than I thought it would be. Like all things considered. I guess this is Jupiter Studios flagship token right now. So it makes sense. It's
too
been like
bad.
completely nuked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure I'd play it right now. Or would you?
I don't think I'd play it right now since we've got some other positions in play.
Yeah.
It'd be the same kind of strategy we were discussing for useless, is that unless you've got studied the token a lot, like there's good consolidation here.
Yep.
But you'd have to be thinking, is there going to be something exciting being released soon that could cause a nice catalyst to go up so you can exit your position eventually?
But you know what isn't useless? The seed token.
The seed token.
You like that little transition?
Oh, I mean, we spent like 3 hours before the stream practicing it so that you do the setup correctly. So I'm glad it worked out finally.
Finally, yeah. But yeah, no, I guess it's a good time to talk about our token, right? And the real value that comes with holding seed. Should we pull up our little holder discount card that we have on our Gitbook?
Yeah. So all information about Starseed, Starseed Automate, and the seed token, and available platform fees and discounts is available in our Gitbook documentation. So currently, during the closed beta, we don't have any of these DLMM fees applied to your Starseed Automate positions. But once we eventually go and fully release Starseed Automate and make it public, we're planning to put those DLMM profit fees back on to your positions. It's important to note that, as we said earlier, that fee tax is only applied on the profits you earn, not your total position size. So right now we've got $8 in unclaimed fees here on Avicii. We would only take a 3% of that, which would just amounts to a few cents of your overall position. But by holding seed, you're able to unlock more and more discounts. So on your manual positions or on your automated positions, we have different discount rates. And so the more seed you hold, the bigger the discounts you're going to receive. Okay, let's see. How is Avicii doing? We are still in the midst of our range. Collecting more fees. Everything seems to be doing pretty decently right now.
Yeah, no, everything is good. Uh, someone in the comments said, I'm a bit late. Can you do a little recap of what is happening? So basically, what Razor and I are doing right now this is our in the trenches session, which is where we do a deep dive on token launches that are coming out, and see if there's anything good that we can DLMM on Meteora using our platform Starseed, and specifically we just launched Starseed Automate, which is our automation suite for handling DLMMs. So you don't have to do anything manually. So we're kind of just going over tokens that we can play and using our platform to play them. And so far, we actually have quite a few positions open, mostly on Avicii, and a new one on Useless.
And so far, we've been generating some decent fees on Avicii. We are getting towards the bottom third of our position, which is about where we want to be. We're generating some good fees, and then we have a take profit bot set on Avicii so that once we get to 10% profit, Starseed will automatically close our position and secure the win.
Secure the major W.
Yeah, so far we're in profit. We've collected about $21 of fees.
Very nice, very nice. Any other runners that you've spotted? Spotlight.
Maybe not.
Yeah, no, I would not want to touch that one.
There's silver coin again. Yeah, don't do that one. Wow, Smile coin's been a good one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's some good volume. This could be an opportunity to maybe test position.
Stop loss. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Smile coin. While you do that, while you looking to see whether it's good or not, I'm gonna quickly check its socials. See
Perfect.
what we're in for. Smile coin. Oh wow, yeah, this is looking really good right now. So it looks like it's a community token.
Yeah, we're at a new all-time high.
Yep, I just saw. Let's see. Yeah, I mean it could be a good play. Are there any good pools up for it? If not, then maybe might be a pass.
Let's see the pump token. What's this? Smile coin.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think
Oh.
anyone actually has a pool open for this.
Oh, no one made a pool for it. Well, that's disappointing. Ooh, big sell.
Yeah, so I guess no one's playing it. Maybe it's not that great. I think it's just a specific call group that's pushing this, so maybe it's too risky.
It's funny though, is that's exactly what happened one of the last times we did in the trenches. And we were looking at a token at about 600K market cap. We
Yeah.
closed the stream and then it immediately pumped to like 3 million.
Yep.
It was short-lived. It was short-lived, but we were highly skeptical about it, and we missed out on some money there.
That's true, yeah. You know, sometimes having a big bundle in the token might not be bad. Um, no, but it very much does look like a specific call group is pushing this right now.
Ooh,
So,
our friends at ICM looks like just got a nice big green candle.
oh, really?
ICM.run, yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Yeah, that is some big buys coming in. 7K buy, 4K buy. Is there any
Yeah.
alpha in the news right now?
Let me see. Let me see if I can find anything.
Because that would have been a great one to have ranging right here. If you're big bullish on Mercy and his ICM.run token into the ecosystem, he's developing with some great mentors like Soju from Meteora. Like that would have been a good range to hit between 13 and $10 million.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. In fact, we're actually a launch partner with ICM. We put up some of our tokens into their DAO. Mercy's a
They're
great
probably,
guy, so
yeah,
it's cool to support them.
that was probably up now because seed has appreciated.
Yes. Gotta love that seed. And speaking of spreading our gospel, we'll also be on the Microcap Gem Show on Tuesday, which should be really exciting. Those guys, Chiltar, Daenerys Dom, Josh, they've been doing a really, really, really good job pushing this ICM narrative and having great projects such as Starseed on their show.
Yeah, so we will be there Tuesday, October 21st at 12:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. Be there or be square. No, that should be a fun alpha packed one. We're essentially going to go over some educational components, of Meteora, because we're Meteora maxis, of course, and we will be just talking how to use our platform, how to use Automate, what to do with Meteora when it drops, you know? It'll be a lot of good alpha. It'll be a fun show. Yes, Andrew, MCG will be great. I'm actually really happy with all the positions we've opened so far. It's going to be exciting to keep track of this.
Yeah. So what's your thesis on Smile Coin right here?
My thesis on Smile Coin. I think it would be interesting to play it the same way that we played Useless, you know, with that wide position, with some stops in place to limit that downside risk. Like on this one, I'd probably do like a 5% stop loss. Because there's part of me that thinks that the whatever call group that created this, they probably did a pretty good job with hiding all their wallets. So it's not coming up on any like bundle checkers. So I'd be interested in like throwing, I don't know, like 0.2 solar at most. But the only thing is there aren't any pools,
Oh yeah, there aren't any pools.
which
Yeah, I don't want to.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
want to get in
create
it
a
at
pool
that
for
point.
something. Yeah, because I mean, the reason that we don't want to create a pool here is because that puts us at a higher break even cost, right? Because we have to do the pool creation fees. And if we did a minus what 80%, like that's a lot. That's a lot. That could be a lot.
Yeah,
That's
and
not exactly worth it.
we would never recover those costs if we did only a 0.2 soul position.
Yeah. So it's not worthwhile there.
Okay, so it seems like there's some kind of narrative around building tokens or something. 'Cause there's a biddle and a building.
Interesting.
They both just kind of recently launched.
That first one, if that's not a rug, the $3 million one
I mean,
could
that one looks
be.
kind of sketchy.
That's been there for 9 months. You know, it's always sketchy when volume comes out of nowhere like this. Like to me, that screams to me that people who diamond handed this entire time are probably going to exit, right? They were looking for this exit. Because for the Biddle one anyway, that was consolidating in this like low range for, oh my God, for a while. So people might take this opportunity to exit once they find out that it's pumped up.
If they had positions open through Starseed automates, it would automatically get them out of the hole.
Yeah, it would have been closed.
Huh.
But yeah, no, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know why. It just pumped out of nowhere. Oh, it's based on an Elon tweet. He just
Okay.
said building. Yeah, so
Yeah, this is going to 0.
yeah, I wouldn't touch that. Anything that's tweet based, oh my God, yeah, I probably wouldn't touch. Or if I did touch it, I'd use a very, very, very tight stop loss.
This Alpha Arena token has been doing pretty decently.
Which one is that?
Arena?
Oh, Arena, yeah. That was doing really well.
Ooh, yesterday you could have had it at 200K and gotten a 10x out of it at least.
I wonder what the narrative there is. Arena. Do we want to play that one?
Don't know. I mean, I don't know, not without knowing the narrative. It's like it's experienced, it's pumped right now, so
Yeah.
consolidating a bit. Maybe I bet like in a few hours, maybe it could go back up. No pools are coming up for it here. Oh, there we go. There it is.
Yeah, no,
There's some
there are a
pools.
few. Yeah, there are a few. I'm not quite sure what the thesis here is. Is it like tokens versing one another? Is that what it's about? Are LLMs fighting one another?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, so super fun watching LLMs trade against one another on alpha arenas. So LLMs are literally trading against one another, and I guess that's what the platform is. Oh, Hyperliquid just retweeted them 3 hours ago, so that's the reason for this massive pump. It looks like
Ah.
it's powered by Hyperliquid. Oh, interesting. Interesting narrative there. So, I mean, it likely won't rug, right? If they got Hyperliquid to retweet it shortly.
True. Is this an actual project or a meme coin?
It looks to be an actual project.
Makes it a
Yeah, it seems
little
to be a
more
legit.
interesting.
Yeah, it seems to be an actual platform, and it currently has a wait list. I mean, definitely an interesting narrative there. Elon also retweeted it. He retweeted Alpha Arena, Andrew.
Well, that's zany.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that is interesting. I do see that now. He retweeted with the laughing emoji or one of the laughing emojis because Grok is one of the traders right now, and it is the second best one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is a meme based on the token. Interesting.
Well, that could be interesting to play if you
Yeah.
open a position, maybe.
Yeah, so it's a community token and fan page. Yeah, okay, interesting. So it's not like official, but
Well, that'll give this a limited lifespan then.
yeah, probably. But there could be tendies to be made with it, probably.
How
Especially if
would
we have a bot
you?
available with the stop loss. I'd probably do it the same way that we played useless. I'd have a let's see. I'd probably have like a bid ask down to like minus 60, either minus anywhere between minus 40 and minus 60%. With a at least 10% stop loss.
Yeah. Well, we could do that here on Starseed because there's a 100-step pool.
Yeah. We could do a little small position.
Yep. So let's see. Let's pull up the token. 100-step.
Andrew, are you following Alpha Arena right now? Do you have a position in it? So you're going to go into the 100 too?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think we could get some range fees here.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the 100, I think the 2%, or sorry, the 100 bin step maxes out at like almost 50%. So we could just do like a 48% drop on that.
Yeah. I usually do like a 48 or 45 on those.
Yeah.
Let's see. 47 bid ask.
But ask that baby. Perfecto.
We'll wait for the position to load. We'll watch the chart. Wow, it's going back up.
Oh, of course, of course. It's fine. We can get the drop down. I suspect anytime Elon interacts with it, which I'm sure he will, especially if Grok goes up even more, that this will pump. It'll have little time frames where it'll have like huge pumps and dumps, and hopefully we'll capture some of that. Here, I'll send you the link to their website if you wanted to pull it up on stream.
Yeah, we are going up and out of range.
Oh, so I probably just leave it open just in case, and not chase that, because I'm sure it'll come back down again.
But you could heart attack strat this.
You want to try a heart attack strat with the stop loss?
I mean, not on 82K of volume.
Actually, the site is very interesting. I think I'm going to be watching this for a bit. I want to see which AI performs the best. DeepSeek up top, though.
Let's see. DeepSeek, Grok, Claude. I don't know what BTC buy is.
Yeah. As a Pixel princess, it's kind of sad to see Google Gemini at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to sell my Google Pixel 9 now.
Yeah.
I've got to decide in I think later this month what I'm doing with that. If I'm going to subscribe to Gemini or switch to other platforms or see what I can get. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at account values. Are these platforms trading?
I believe so, yeah.
Competition. Each model gets $10,000 of cash. They do crypto perps on Hyperliquid, and they want to maximize their risk-adjusted returns. Interesting.
Yeah, no, very, very interesting. It'll be funny to see. Like, imagine if Friday happens and you just see one of these bots get liquidated to zero.
Yeah.
It's like, goodbye token.
So this is BTC buy and hold or something. So this is like
yeah.
I'm going to passively trade and.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. If you click on the positions tab, you can kind of see it's all the way to the right. Oh yeah, there you go. You can kind of see what it's taking. Do we copy trade this? Wow, it's actually doing 10x leverage on some of these.
I mean, I know some community members that would say, "Oh, you should get Starseed Automate to participate in the competition."
Oh god, that would be funny. Let's see. Hyperliquid's Discord just mentioned something. Are they talking about this?
Yeah, they got 15x leverage on long or on XRP and Sol.
Yeah.
But I guess if they started with 10,000, the DeepSeek's only up 10% and everyone else is down.
Oh, this is kind of cool. So it tells you their take profit as well. So for Sol, at least DeepSeek has a take profit of 201. 08. That'll be interesting to see if it actually does hit something like that. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to take a long now.
Oh, Gemini is committed to my bearish outlook.
And it is getting wrecked right now. But yeah, no, that's funny. Gemini just is all short, just like GPT. It's very interesting.
Last 15 trades. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. And Gemini closed a short at $700 loss. Yikes.
Big yikes. This is pretty fun though to watch. I feel like we got to submit Starseed AI to this.
Well, so far, I mean, I think we're doing a better ROI than these chatbots. So
Yeah, but I will add this token to my watch list. Yeah. I say we keep this open in the current range, unless you want to open it up a bit higher.
I mean, I think if there's no actual connection or flywheel
Yeah.
between Arena and the token, like
Yeah, I would just leave it open as is, right?
yeah, and this would be a good one to throw an automate on.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
So let's see what take profit should we put on it?
If we go in range, 10 or 15 maybe?
I was thinking, yeah, like 15 or 20, because if we get into the bottom part of that range and bounce back up, we should.
It'll
It's
be
a
good.
2% pool, so it should be pretty juicy.
Oh, true. Yeah, let's do 15 then.
Cool. Let's do it. Arena, stop loss, 15.
Thank you, Arena. Cool.
So we've captured some more sell volume on Vici. It's kind of flattening out. But I think this one will still be good to keep open for a few more hours. Let people buy in before there's another run up.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, no, these are a lot of good positions to sit on, I think, for now.
We'll just have to wait and see how they do.
What is Draper TV looking like chart-wise?
Getting good
Yeah.
volume.
Yeah. But it's still like overall trending down, maybe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, without knowing what this is, like I
Yeah.
mean, it's down 50% from earlier today, so seems like that's just sell volume showing up on the chart. Smile coin, oh, that would have been a good one to range maybe, but still no DLMM pool. So
Yeah, I guess no one wants to play it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel comfortable with the ones we have, especially Avicii. I feel like the neobank narrative is kicking off now, especially with whatever Solana mentions on Monday with their big announcement.
oh
Oh,
wow. ICM had another little, some folks looks like they took profits, and then there was more buys, more bulls. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would have been a great buy below 13 million.
oh yeah, no, that would. That
So good.
definitely would.
You do if you did I got 0.2. I mean, I don't know if there's a 0.2% 20 bin step pool that's active right now, but that would have been a good one to capture this kind of consolidation in, get some decent fees, and reap the rewards.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I am pretty much just directly invested in the token already, and I have my NFTs, which I'm happy. It's been a fun ride so far. But yeah, no, I feel like opening up a DLMM on this should be good. But we do have a lot of positions right now.
We do have a lot of positions, yeah.
Looks like the build tokens are still having a decent narrative. Not sure I'd play any of them though.
Not much volume. I mean, there's not much at the moment peaking over $100,000 per 5 minutes. It's the only way you're able to really capture good profits and fees in the short run is if you have those higher levels of volume.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
true.
you're better off doing the kinds of positions we're doing, where you're playing for multiple hours or days.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any other potential plays right now. My eyes keep going back to Draper TV, but that one I still just feel iffy about overall.
Yeah, I just don't know anything about that one.
Mm. Yeah, no, things have definitely dried up a bit since the start of the stream, and I feel like we're positioned well enough where we can just ride these out for now.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
We could do
Change
that
that.
thing we could do that thing we talked about doing earlier.
On
What is it?
ICM?
No,
Oh, the big thing.
the big thing, yeah.
The one thing to rule them all. Yeah, no, let's do it on stream, live.
Sure, yeah. I suppose.
Yeah, and we wanna do what, 1 soul?
Yeah, I think so. You do it straight through
Okay.
Starseed.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, we got our wallet hooked up. So we've been doing pretty good with the Believe and Launch coin pools and
Yeah,
generating
no, we
some
have.
good fees. So I think we can spend a soul on this.
Yeah,
Big
no,
buy
I
right here.
definitely think. So we are currently doing a one soul buy into our token seed. And
Yeah.
all this is from just fees we've earned from DLMMing with our treasury wallet. And what do we want to do with this seed, do you think?
I mean, there's so many things we could do with seed, right? Like you
Yeah,
could put it into a DLMM, you could put it into a dam, but like you could also
yeah, we can do
do
something
something
better,
else
I
with
think.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a fun website.
Oh, soul incinerator. I wonder what we do here.
Yeah, we've got almost 0.1% of the supply here. What if I just press a few buttons? What do you think happens?
I'm not sure, but let's find out. Push that button now, man.
Push the button now?
Push the button now.
Okay. Huh. Well, ain't that something?
Goodbye, Starseed.
Was that was that an accident, or did we do that did we plan to do that?
I'm pretty sure we want to do that, right? We we just permanently staked our Starseed in the burn wallet.
There we go.
We're all about staking here, all right?
Well,
um,
that is something we've said, is that any fees we earn through this wallet, through this stream, we're going to burn.
there were some
And
eagle-eyed Starseed users and people in our community that did notice that we have been testing this out for a bit. So if you look at our supply, it has been going down slowly.
yeah, you're saying this isn't the first time we've done this?
Was I supposed to say
Oh.
that?
I mean, we
But
didn't announce it yet, but
yeah, no, yeah, no,
okay.
we're gonna make a formal announcement. So this is kind of like just alpha for people on the stream. But yes, we do use fees we generate from our DLM profits here to buy back and burn seed. It won't be on any kind of set schedule because we don't want to create a pattern where people can then front run us and essentially we just get pump and dumped. But we will definitely be doing this, and we have a really good ROI so far on this wallet. So it should be exciting to see how things pan out. And I'm hopeful that the plays that we have so far right now will be good.
Yeah, they just take a little bit of time because we're in a slower market right now.
Oh, Avicii, why you do this to me? We're still in range. We're good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, anything else happening in the market right now?
Nothing that I can see.
Andrew asked about weed earlier. We are exposed right now to virus from our last stream.
Yeah. So we're indirectly playing weed.
Yeah, we're indirectly playing weed right now, but we are hopeful that season 2 of Weed, which is the game token for what are they called? Pandemic Labs.
Yeah, for their game Addicted, where you grow a weed farm. But yes, we're hoping that this pumps back up on the release of season 2.
Yeah. And we're not down actually so bad on this position.
Yeah.
It says 35% here, but that's also factoring in some of the impermanent loss from soul crashing. So I think we're only actually like 10% down on this virus position, but it has been a multi-weeker at this point. We
Yes.
haven't been. We bought tokens for this, so
Yeah.
we're waiting for the exit pump on this.
Yeah. The beauty of having a multi-weeker like this still though is the fact that we are getting those season 2 met points.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a silver lining. without a range multi-days or multi-weeks. But yeah, no, it's interesting. What's funny is though, like there are many on the team, including myself, that are directly exposed to weed just because we've played the game. So we're hopeful season 2 will not only increase our virus position, but it will also increase weed. It's an interesting narrative. I feel like Solana and a lot other like key people in the ecosystem are trying to push this DeFi gaming aspect. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Oh wow. Yeah, the
Yeah.
LP Army cartel, baby. I think LP Army
Yeah.
cartel might be the biggest cartel in the addicted game right now. At least when PvP starts, I feel like it should be good.
We could do a PvP stream, or we could do a stream on that sometime maybe.
Yeah.
Picks up.
Yeah. DFA, you and Avi can lead the charge because they have like massive bases, I think. Let's see. Anything else? No, nothing on my end. I don't see anything popping off except for now ICM, which is geez, what a nice pump on that.
Yeah, that's up 50% just since we started the stream.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I'm sorry, DFA. You have a small base. Yeah. We don't want DFA to get rated. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, if you decide to raid DFA and Avi's bases, though, they are not on the Starseed account, so you do not have to worry about us enduring any losses.
Yeah, no. Yeah, true. The stream did pump ICM.
Are you still just drinking water?
Yeah, just water.
Oh.
No carbonated chaos right now.
Oh.
I know. Womp womp.
Wow. I mean, I'm really enjoying this grape Mountain Dew. It's a mix of about an ounce of Mountain Dew syrup, an ounce of Code Red syrup, and about 2 squirts of a grape liquid water enhancer. And so
Oh.
I've got
Wait, do you wanna name the water enhancer in case we could get a sponsorship for Starseed?
Yeah. Well, if anybody from Walmart is listening, it's the Walmart grape water enhancer. So
Yeah.
if we have any friends in Bentonville, Arkansas, where Walmart's headquartered, and they're listening and they want to give Starseed a corporate sponsorship,
Yeah.
I'm loving this this combination here. So
Yeah.
reach out to our DMs.
Yeah, we will personally manage and DLMM your C-suite's shares.
Waterminder might sponsor. Yes.
Oh god, that's funny. Hey man, if Waterminder's all about carbonated chaos and CO2 and the bubbles, we're down, you know? Because we do consume our carbonation over here.
Oh yes. Some people are powered by coffee. We're powered by bubbles. Arena's starting to come back down, but I think well, we're back and we're in range now. That's fun.
Okay, yeah. No, that's nice. That's nice. We have a really wide range on here, so even if it did go to the downside, I mean, our loss is going to be minimal regardless.
Oh, DFA, you just got a drink mate machine though too.
Yeah. So you should be getting off of the coffee.
Yeah, I think with that, a majority and a clear majority of the Starseed team are drink mate carbonated chaos maxis.
Yep.
So what's does DrinkMate have a stock?
It does. I don't think it does. No.
Private company. Okay.
Yeah, I know SodaStream has a stock just because they got acquired by PepsiCo.
Yep.
So I mean, if you want to add some pep in your step, you could buy the Pep stock.
Oh,
um,
wow. Let's see. I'm just looking at this quick. Oh, look at that.
oh,
Dang.
that's the power of carbonation, baby.
Let's see. Year to date. Okay, that's not so good year to date, but ooh, man, last month. Oh,
I
that's
mean,
just
if you,
Pepsi. That's just
yeah.
Pepsi. That's probably more of a water natural resource boost.
Yeah.
No, it's
No, it's
SodaStream.
SodaStream. Yeah, yeah.
SodaStream powering. Yeah.
I mean, if I really do hope that one day, like one of those companies can tokenize their entire company. Like, imagine DrinkMate having a token. Jeez, I'd full port that. No syrups yet. Paperweight at the moment. Ah, DFA, you're killing us. You're killing us, man. Anything else on the screener? Or it looks like pretty much same old, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're getting to a point where we've got our positions, and we just
Yeah, we'll
gotta.
just write it out. And of course, if anything happens with these, we'll have a lot of update posts.
That is right. Vici is still going down. Please bounce.
Avicii. Avicii will be fine. All right, DFA, we will take that as financial advice and write it out. Oh, our good old friend Radium.
Kind of crazy to look at Radium. Their market cap right now is at just about $1 billion.
Yep.
And if I quickly check the price of Met pre TGE,
Yep.
I'll pull that up on screen. So we're looking at Met pre TGE. I'm looking at it on Axiom because I have my wallet on Axiom, but that's Piper Liquid EVM that powers this.
Mm-hmm.
And Met pre TGE right now is sitting at 95 or $950 million.
Interesting. It's so weird to see it this low, but I don't know. I just feel it's super undervalued, under like at least 1.5 to 2 bill. I was expecting a lot more for the FTV, but I think with a lot of the mercurial creditors and whatnot that need to be compensated, it kind of makes sense to start low, perhaps, instead of starting high and then trailing down low to this level, which that actually might look worse, I guess, now that I think about it.
And the market is looking a little bearish at the moment too.
Yeah.
So that depresses all of the values of all the major alts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But I know at least like for the next 16 or 15 hours, there's still a bit left room yet for people to select the Met NFT to receive your Meteora airdrop as an NFT instead of as a straight airdropped allocation.
Hmm.
And when you dip to these lower market cap that are sub 1 billion, like the NFT starts looking a lot more attractive because you'll suffer a lot less in permanent loss.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm still debating what I want to do, because I'm not sure. But as it drops down, yeah, it does seem more enticing. Because I'm almost thinking like with the new Jupiter swap, right? I do think that DLMMs are going to be prioritized a lot more because it's going to be tighter ranges, right? Which the new Iris router will like. Um, and the range on the damn V2, that's what, 0.5 to 7.5?
Yep.
So that's actually really wide compared to, say, if we did a DLMM on TG between the starting price and like $1, like our pool would get prioritized a lot more. So it'd almost be interesting to put up all your tokens in a range around this current price right now, assuming we open up around here. I suspect that you'll have a lot more volume going through the DLMM, and it'll kind of vamp the volume from the TGE one, the TGE DAM V2, and that's a scary thought to me. Because I think you need
Yeah.
what, like 40 to 60 million volume going through the TGE DAM V2 in order to not have IL. That's like
Correct.
a crazy metric. So I mean, will they hit that? I don't know. I don't know because a lot of people are thinking about doing a DLMM to capture that TG hype, and they're not thinking about doing it with just like small money. Like they're thinking about throwing 6 figs in there. So that DLMM is going to be stacked, man. It's going to be really stacked.
Yeah. You can see some of the stat or the launch pool configuration that they're putting into the pool. So like
Yeah.
you're gonna have what, 10% potentially of the circulating supply put into the MV2.
Yeah, and currently it's 87.5% full.
Yep. So there's like another 10
Like
million
one
tokens or something. Or no, not even that many.
yeah, no, it's about like 13 mil.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, my thinking is if you do go with the NFT, the play here is to not wait the full 2 minutes now that I'm thinking about it. Like you want to probably pull it out within at most half a minute, like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Um,
Because what we're talking about here is like potentially setting up the DLMM pool to vamp volume away from the damn V2, but there is going to be so much volume in the first minute. And the way that Meteora has configured the damn V2 pool is that they have sniper protections on so that at launch, there's a 50% surcharge fee on buys that go through that pool. So any tokens that are in that damn V2 pool are going to experience incredible fees, but that's going to die off within 60 seconds. That's going to go down to about 13.5%. So if you capture most of that hype in the first 30 seconds, that's a lot of fees. So you could theoretically take the NFT if you think that Met's going to range between half a bill and a bill. Enjoy the fees that you earn in the first 30 seconds. Withdraw your liquidity from the damn V2 and then open a position on Starseed to capture more concentrated fees.
Yep. And since the NFT is giving you USDC as the fees, you could even go double-sided with the USDC and your remaining MET.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm still not sure what I want to do. Like, part of me is actually gravitating towards the NFT right now, but I'm also afraid that it's maybe being manipulated and suppressed, and then we just open up like what is it? I think $1.12 was a cutoff that I was thinking where I'd be scared because I think you give up 45% of your tokens 45% of your bag gets
Yep.
sold off to USDC. And I feel like there's a lot more upside.
Yeah, it's a like if you do the strategy that we were just going back and forth on, like you are betting that the price of Met is going to range between 500 mil and 1 bill, because like once you get to $1.15, you about 45% of your position has converted to USDC, and if there's a lot more upside from there, I think the term for that's like divergent loss, where you're missing out on potential gains that you would have experienced just by holding the tokens. And our Avi, who's our esteemed on-chain analyst here on Starseed, wonders if snipers will even try their luck at launch, since initial price opening is at 500 mil. So they'd be basically be buying at 750 mil market cap, and with those extra taxes that Meteora is levying on snipers, like is it worth it? Like, no, I don't think so. But I'm also I'm not a serial sniper, so
Yeah. And the thing is, people are still going to buy right at TGE, I think. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I think once they add USDC to the pool, though, if anyone adds USDC to the pool and people sell their airdrop, that is also taxed at the 50% if it goes through that pool.
True.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. So if you have a lot of people selling off their airdrop and that pool there is stacked with USDC, whew, I mean, they'll probably see a decent amount of volume.
I wonder though, because like they're doing this damn V2 as a Met USDC. That means all the launch liquidity is going to be through USDC pools. I wonder if there's a big opportunity to kind of
corner the SOL market.
Corner the SOL market with a Met SOL pool.
That's what I was thinking.
Or if the Iris router will kind of funnel everything through the USDC pool, because there'll be so much more liquidity there. Using USDC or using USDC as an intermediary instead of SOL.
Yeah, no, I mean, that'll be interesting to see. I still think that Iris router is going to prioritize DLMM. Especially if people are going to be stacked. Like, let's say there's $1 million+ in the SOL USD, or sorry, the Met SOL pool. I think that's going to get prioritized, especially if it's in a range that's tighter than this damn V2 here.
Yep. And I know there's been certain situations where you and I have played certain high market cap tokens, and like most of the volumes in SOL, the token SOL pools, but we kind of cornered some of the token USDC pools and gotten some really juicy fees there. So will it play out if you inverse that and we capture the market opportunity with a SOL DLMM pool?
Yeah. My hypothesis leans to yes. And I feel like I'm going to be experimenting with that for sure. Just because if it does work out, I feel like that's going to be a juicy amount of fees. So I will be going into, I think, a Met SOL pool. And we'll be trying to undercut the damn V2 just so we can get all the volume there.
Yeah.
Because it'll be really easy to undercut that damn V2 even after a minute, right? Because even after a minute, it's over 10% fees when we looked at that fee curve. So it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to play that.
And I suppose this fee scheduler tax, it only applies to the damn V2.
Correct. Yes.
So at launch, if there were DLMM pools open, would the router go through the DLMM pools and avoid the damn V2 altogether?
If there's enough liquidity there, yeah, and depending on the range, yeah, it could. It very well could. Now, if you're getting like millions upon millions of volume, in a minute, yeah, obviously it's going to route through all of them, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'm just thinking because a few months ago, Meteora released some really fun 10% base fee pools.
I knew you were going there.
And if you had that set up before the Met TGE launch,
Yeah.
assuming that we're not being psyched out and the token doesn't like start out at over $1 billion.
Mhm.
If you had that 10% DLMM pool open with some liquidity ready to go, you could maybe in those early moments get a lot of volume through your 10% pool. It doesn't go through the damn V2 pool and make a very healthy margins.
Yeah, that's actually going to be really interesting to do that. You'd have to be quick though with these pools, and you got to make sure that they're in sync, obviously. But I was personally thinking of a 20 bin step 5% pool. Just because,
Yeah.
if you're opening up this high, I would assume that the price action won't be super volatile, right? Hopefully not anyway. And you're not jumping like 10, 20% every candle. Um, a 25 could be good too. And I'm assuming the dynamic fee could run up like crazy in the first minute.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Yep. Well, if you're starting at a 5% pool as well, like
yeah,
that's going to be insane fees, and the dynamic fee, it can go all the way up to 10%.
yeah,
So, like, you could capture a lot of the same effects as the 10% pool, but
for longer,
also,
right?
yeah, for longer, um, but also get more of the subtle price differences if there aren't big candles going up and down. But the 10% with a larger bin step might be a little more conservative in case
It really does nuke.
yeah, it really does nuke, or that it is more volatile than you think, and
Yeah,
there are larger wicks as you got speculators buying OTC or through the markets and the dexes, um, people dumping their airdrop, and
yeah,
there could be big swings because we know there's going to be some big wallets with a lot of tokens between Mercurial and some of the really active members of the greater Meteora community who are getting sizable airdrops. So
yeah. I think the silver lining though, with a lot of those bigger accounts that I've seen, at least the ones that have posted, a lot of them have opted for the NFT. So they might not be dumping like their 6 or 7 figure drop, right?
yeah,
A lot of it might just go away to USDC from the NFT, which actually might be good for overall price action, honestly.
yeah. I mean, there's going to be a
Yeah.
lot. There's going to be a insane amount of liquidity at launch that hasn't been seen in any other token generating event. It's why Soju and the Meteora team has been calling it a liquidity generating event, LGE, instead of TGE. So,
LGE.
yeah.
And you know what? We should probably create both pools, because I'm sure we'll have the contract address the day before, um, and do a 10% and the 20 bin step 5%, and just like maybe put a little soul in both.
Yeah, why not experiment?
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
too with a lot of one thing that's nice with the Meteor airdrop, if you've been farming season one and you're getting a airdrop that's anywhere between a few hundred, a few thousand, tens of thousands more, like
hmm,
it's a nice prize, and you can hopefully afford to do a little bit of experimentation to see what ends up working. So if you've got an airdrop, like don't be afraid to try out some tactics to see what might be useful during future airdrops, during future trading events, future LGEs. Like this is
yep,
a first of its kind moment, and I know a lot of you are getting some nice prizes that you'll be able to hopefully put back into the pools as a member of the Starseed community, as a member of the LP Army, etc.
Yep, 100%. I agree. Though I think originally I might just go soul-sided. There's a mental aspect that I can't overcome, a mental barrier where I need it to be at least like 1.5 billion FTV for me to be comfortable selling.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do bring up a good point. This is a good place to experiment. So I might allocate some of it to be like a double-sided one to capture even more.
Yeah, and I mean, like what we were talking about earlier with the soul pools is like how to strategically vamp volume from
Yeah.
the damn V2. Like if you wanted to play a little more conservatively, like you could wait the first minute or so for a lot of the insane volume to go down, and maybe after then, like some of the price charts starts to level out. You could launch a conservative position. I think I plan on, depending on where the chart is at launch, might open a DLMM position, 70% bid ask, 30% spot, going all the way down to $500 million just to accumulate some tokens. Because I think long run, Met's going to go over $1 billion and probably, well, we'll see, but have its moment where it goes 2 billion plus. So there's opportunities, even if you don't have an airdrop, but you do have some capital, to open that DLMM, capture volume going down to 500 mil. Maybe we go down there, maybe not, but hopefully in the process, you accumulate some fees that you can hold until net goes sky high, and we can all celebrate together someday and get a drink, a carbonated fizzy drink.
Oh yeah, no, you can really load up the syrups with this one. But yeah, no, I think that's a good plan. I do wonder if we'll ever see the lower end of this range of the like hit the 50-cent range, or if we just kind of consolidate between here and maybe like 70 cents, 80 cents.
Yeah,
Because
you
I don't
look
know,
at
there are a lot of like bullish verticals that Meteora has, right? A lot of things that they're trying to work on and push. I feel like that's going to stabilize the floor a bit, but I guess anything's possible.
they get so much trading activity, they generate so much revenue. Like if you
Yeah.
think of just 2025 and like the whole journey we've been on, there's been a lot of crazy events where Meteora has been a central player.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no,
And
100%. I mean, they're consistently doing, I think, $1 billion in volume a day for the past like month or two. It's pretty amazing.
yeah, so I don't know. Do we go to 500? There's going to be so much liquidity around 500 mil. Like
Yeah.
it's probably going to be the floor. So
Yeah, I mean, I would
I
hope so.
I'd I'd feel we got a lot riding on the end of it not of 500 million being not just the floor, but yeah, definitely starting point. So yeah, I mean, how long? Probably like 15 hours left to decide on the whether you want to go tokens or the NFT to provide liquidity at launch.
Yeah. Yeah, about 16 and a half hours. Which way are you leaning right now after this discussion?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be getting some of it through the NFT regardless because part of their allocation is going to Jupiter stakers. So
Yeah.
3% of the whole supply is going to Jupiter stakers, and I'm exposed to that. So at least it's a small part of my airdrop, but at least part of it's going to be in the NFT. I want to watch this perps chart and see where we're going because I don't have the spreadsheet open right now that Meteora provided, but like if we launch and go to 115 bill, Like you lose 45% of your airdrop to it gets swapped to USDC. So
Yeah.
I'm a maxi on this and think that there will be a day that we see at least 1.5 bill, hopefully more. So like I don't want to lose out on that. So I've got a lot of thinking to do between now and the next 16 and a half hours.
Yep. No, I feel the same way. Because
Okay.
I'm almost content with because I'm also a Jupiter staker, so I'm getting an allocation from that, and I feel like I'm almost content with the amount that I'm getting there for the little NFT experiment. But of course, when I go and see a lot of the Moonboy numbers and various math being done, I mean, some people are saying that you could get like a 20 to 30% return on your NFT value, or the amount that you're putting up in the NFT on this TGE vault, uh, and that'll overcome IL. And I mean, that's very enticing to me, right? To get that kind of return. But I feel like a lot of them aren't really considering uh, the vamping nature that DLMMs might have. And I think it's pretty obvious that people are going to open up a lot of DLMMs with a lot of money, right? Um, just to capture that volatility and that volume in the beginning. So I think it's going to be a tough decision in the next 16 hours, no matter what price Met hits here.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a lot of people that make a lot of money, specifically through DLMMs by
Mhm.
employing smart strategies, whether that's with Starseed by doing some uh, maybe some auto exit plays where you're going in soul sided auto exit. Once you get the bottom of your range, auto exit closes you out, and then you can do the bid ask flip to send you back up to capture money on the upside. But you could also do some kind of advanced plays like what we were talking about with creating soul-sided pools to vamp the volume away from the damn V2. So,
Mhm.
well, I mean, we've got some time to think about the NFT or not, and we'll probably have part of this conversation again next week when we're on the microcap gem show, because it's happening Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Batman and I will be joining the boys over there to talk DLMMs, talk strategies around the upcoming Met TG happening just 2 days later. So we'll probably have our strategies locked in by then.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Because at least by then we'll know whether we are in this NFT or not. With the main bag anyway, right?
Yep. All right, let's check in on the positions and see how we're doing.
Okay. Seems like
Start with a
they are.
VG. VG is at the bottom of our range. That was about a minus 24, 25% range. So
Yeah, it is on the bottom of mine too.
we'll have to. I mean, the good thing about that is we've gone through up and down a bit here. Once we start to go back up, we'll have the fees and we'll probably get towards hitting our take profit level. But if not, we do have a stop loss of 30% set. So what are we at right now? 15. So we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah.
Arena, we're midway in the range on Arena.
Yeah, those bots are still going at it right now. DeepSeek, I think, just broke 11K.
Oh, wow, yeah. So DeepSeek is excited. They haven't closed any winning positions in a while, though.
Yeah, no, I think they're just riding this pump.
Yep. So they're enjoying a pump. Not that the performance of these bots translate to performance of the the meme coin.
No, it's just an interesting thing to track.
Yeah. But we only put in oh, it looks like we put a soul in on that. So we'll have to dip a little bit more before we see any serious returns.
Yeah. But it's good.
Believe is still going steady. Useless. We were never in range on that.
No, we're just waiting for that to drop back down.
Yeah, this will be probably a multi-week, multi-day runner.
Yeah. I mean, it only has to drop, I think, what, like $4 million in market cap for it to go in range. So I feel like that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, we're betting on it going down to like $300 million market cap anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, we kind of want it to dump a bit.
And then virus hasn't changed much. We're waiting on some hype with Weed Season 2 before that hopefully gets us exit. What's nice is that once we get back to range, the point, this bottom of the range, we went token sided on this. So at that point, we're going to be experiencing profits, and we'll have an auto exit ready to capture that once we get out of range. So I think that's still entirely feasible, even if we've been we haven't been in profit since we opened that position. That's a rundown. We've got about 5K right now in positions, so we'll have to watch and see what happens with the market.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Nothing else too crazy going on, though. Not sure if anyone in our audience has been tracking other tokens.
Yeah, no, nothing else on my radar.
Troll has been getting a lot of volume, I noticed, and a couple of in our
Oh, yeah,
Jupiter
the
Pro
pump fund
top traded
launch.
widget and
Yeah.
our top pools widget. So, dang, wow. See, these are the type of tokens here. Troll, useless, Uranus even. Where if you had some cash to park for months at a time. Let me get a wider view on TradingView. Like there's opportunities to make some passive money.
Yeah, if you set a wide enough range.
Yep.
Like eventually those fees would overcome IL, I think. Assuming the pool that you're in is getting volume.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is one you could ride this for a long time. As long as that narrative holds anyway.
I think it'd be suitable more for the stop loss, take profit automation strategy.
Yeah.
Because if you look over since it pumped up, it's been kind of on a downtrend, but like you could open a position, dip a bit, and then eventually there'll be a green candle that could take you into the profit zone. Market seems pretty slow otherwise, so
Yeah,
I'm
this
content
might be
I'm content with just holding these positions and seeing
what happens in the coming days.
Well, folks, if you like what you see and you want to try out Starseed Automate, feel free to reach out to us in our Twitter DMs, join our Discord. We're collecting a lot of our active feedback through Discord. So join us there, send us a message, ask to join the beta, and we can whitelist a wallet for you so that you can try out some of these bots.
Yeah, no, definitely. We're very excited to get this in the hands of a lot of people, even those that aren't Meteora natives. We definitely want to test our product out with your typical DGen, you know? See how easy it is to onboard that type of user. Because I think it really is easy with our system, especially with scale out. So we'd love to get you guys to try it out if you're watching right now.
And to double click on that, like understanding we've got some strong liquidity providers here that know Meteora, know how to DLMM. If you have a friend that just buys tokens on spot and holds them and sells them like a normal token trader, it's pretty easy for them to expand their profits by using a tool like Starseed Scale Out. Because all they have to do is send their tokens to an automation wallet, find our automation page, click whatever token they're interested in, and it's one click on the scale, second click on their strategy, third click to create a bot. So once you're in the system, it's 3 clicks to open your DLMM. And once you go out of range, you've made your profits from DLMM fees. Starseed automatically closes your position, sends everything to Sol, and you've made your profits without nuking the chart, without losing to slippage fees, and while making your money work better for you.
Definitely. Definitely a great plan.
Okay.
Anything else we need to touch on, you think? Any other questions popping in that we may have missed? I don't think I see any.
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
So I think at that point, I can say thank you everyone for joining us in the trenches today. You'll hear us next time on the Microcap Gem Show coming Tuesday, October 21st, 12:30 p.m. US Eastern. We'll be teaching folks about DLMMs using Starseed Automate, and discussing strategy for the upcoming MET TGE. So join us then next Tuesday. I'm Von Razor with Batman. Let's.
And I think it's time to play us out, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So see you soon.
Yep. Peace, guys.
Yeah. With the bots on the block, we don't miss a trade. With Starseed Automate, your future's made. Stop loss, take profit, instant play. Set your goal and walk away. Automation Nation, code and creation. Everything you need in one workstation. Set it, sync it, let it fly. Automation Nation, Starseed's alive. Starseed's alive. Scale out smooth, let the profits climb. Sell it step by step, right on time. Auto exit hits when you leave the range. Locks and gains, no need to change. Automation Nation, code and creation. Everything you need in one workstation. Set it, sync it, let it fly. Automation Nation.